Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
9 yards.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
With no score.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Brandon McManus to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 30 yards there.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover, put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. On first down, Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs.
The handoff.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. A pickup of 5 yards. First down, Vegas.
And I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
The line of scrimmage.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed up.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Melvin Gordon. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
To kick off for Denver.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such
looking for one, but this is intercepted. Picked up near the 29, and they're going to be set up in the red zone. Right around the 17-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
6 yards.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
Now, a field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's locked. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And taken at the 46. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Locke working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and play.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Daniel
Carlson now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Gordon, the ball.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Block. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Broncos 1st down.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. There he goes, left side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Raiders 21, Broncos 14. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
7 yards.
From the gun, block. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Block will try again on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chain. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's good.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
6-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. Throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the road.
He better figure whatever the reason is. He better figure it out. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
A 4-yard loss.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Locke's pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. His throw about the 5. They'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Raiders 28, Broncos 14.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting.